Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm doing my 25th broadcast, say Facebook. The Facebook tell me I'm on my 23rd broadcast. So, So I just went through some awesomeness this morning. Not it was intentional, but it happened. So, the story goes like this. Oof. So I was in a band back in the day, and I was fucked up and crazy, and obviously I'm still fucked up and crazy, but I really feel as though I've done my best to try and become a better person. Now, am I perfect? No, I'm not. I know that. Have I made a lot of mistakes? Oh my God, I've made so many mistakes. Have I said things and done things that have hurt people? Yes, 100%. And I just went through this crazy, well, I wasn't so crazy. I went through this whole thing where, basically, someone, somebody posted a picture or some pictures of my old band, and someone made a joke about something, and I said, well, I felt like I was, so one of the people in the band didn't get one of their pictures made, or it was made, but it was lost. Hi, Cynthia. And so the member of the band who the photo wasn't there, he says, oh yeah, well, pull out the name of the band. It was very discriminating back in the day, and he was kicked out, or he was whatever, and then I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, because I really was kicked out. And this turns into a thread, which is just, all I can say is I am sorry that I have done so many different things. Okay, look, I don't know who knows me and who doesn't know me. I've lived a very crazy life. I've said and done a lot of crazy things. And, but I know in my heart of hearts that my intention has always been one of trying to be a good person. And I say it constantly. You can have the greatest intentions and make the worst mistakes in life. And okay, so I think I've made some really bad mistakes, but I don't want to be held to my past. I'm sorry. Today's a new day. And today's a new chapter. And I'm not holding on to some anger and resentment. I was only expressing how I felt about the past. This is what happened. And then I was told that I'm a manipulator and that I did all these things. And I was like, wow, I'm very sorry that I did those things. It's all on my page if you want to go look at it. And I just said, listen, I'm very sorry for my past actions. I'm sorry that I got involved the way I did. And he's like, oh, you're just throwing a pity party. And I was like, okay, well, if that's the case, then talk to me. Send me a message. Send me a link as to where I can become more knowledgeable and not become this person. I'm asking for help, right? I mean, it might be late, maybe 20 years late, but at least I'm asking. And so this is why I put the past as the past. And because, man, I can't live in the past. I realize that I made some bad thing, a crazy life, and every other person I know has at one point or another. It's called living. I realize that. Thank you very much, Cynthia. I wish you all the best. And I'm really very sorry with what happened with our friend. I wish her the best. And I'm not working on the Kiss Cruise anymore because of it. So and all I was trying to be in that situation was a good person, and trying share with somebody caring and love, and that seemed to all up in my face. So it seems as though whenever I'm attempting to help, that's not right. I don't do it right. It's not that it's not right. I don't do it correctly. And that's been a crutch of my existence in so many different ways. It seems as though whenever I would get involved and care for one other person, somebody else would ultimately get hurt, and that was based on me manipulating situations. One of the situations, for instance, is when one of these ex-band members was being with two different women at the same time. Something I've never done, by the way. And was being dishonest with both people. And so man, life is a learning process, okay? And nobody's perfect, and nobody has all the answers, and I am not one to think that I have all the answers. If you've ever watched my blogs or things or videos, you know, I don't mean to come off, and I've been told this many times in my life, I don't mean to come off as a smartass. I don't want to come off as a smartass. I'm not trying to be a smartass. I don't feel like I'm the most intelligent person in the world. I don't feel like I'm the most knowledgeable person in the world. But I do my best to come from a place of honesty and a place of where my heart is out in the open. So, am I good? I do my best to being good. I really do, guys. I mean, I'm not perfect. And I'm not trying to throw a pity party here either. I don't know how that came across as a pity party. Maybe, listen, after you watch this, go and look at the posts underneath. There's some pictures of when I was in a band, and there's a picture, and so there's a whole thing there. If I'm throwing a pity party, please, write to me, call me, tell me, bro, you're a douchebag and you're acting like an asshole. This is what you need to do to not be that guy anymore. And I'll work at it. I'm not looking to be negative in life. I'm not looking to throw anger towards anybody. I just want to be a good person that tries to be good with other people. And when I was younger, and still today, I even mentioned this seconds ago, I've had a major anger issue most of my life, and I've been doing my best to work on it to try and be a better person. Am I great at what I do? No. Am I the best at what I do? No. But I'm doing everything I can. And to answer the question, Lindsay, if you look at some things I was tagged on, a friend of mine, I wouldn't call her an ex-friend, a friend of mine from back in the day who I barely speak to anymore, posted some pictures of when she was like 16, 17, and she posted some pictures of little sketches of the band that I used to be in. And somehow, through the thread, I mentioned how I was actually kicked out of the band. Another friend of mine made a joke, and I didn't take it as a joke when I read it, and I was like, oh, that's funny, because I felt like, no, I actually got kicked out of the band. I felt like I was Elon Musk. And then that turned into 2 or 3 other posts where they were kind of like, they were just jiving and throwing little things back and forth. They were like, as if you were like in a roast. So then I responded with like, listen, I'm sorry, I'm not looking to be part of a roast, and this and the other. And then the other guy comes in and was like, you're just an asshole, you manipulate people, and you're just throwing a pity party. And I'm like, wow, okay, well, that's not what I was trying to do, and I'm really sorry for the things I've done in the past, and please forgive me for the way I made you feel. And if I can, please, or if you can, please call me or PM me and express to me how it is that I can no longer be that person so that I can be a better person. But that turned into him saying something else negative, at which point I returned again and said, I'm very sorry once again. I'm sorry if I did that. Not trying to throw a pity party, not trying to be manipulative here. And if I am being manipulative, what the fuck? How do I not be manipulative? What do I need to do? I'm lost. And being lost, I said, please help. And that turned into him being angry at me. And I said, listen, because he started, so drama pretty much. Yeah, I guess you could say it's drama, but fuck. And I guess, in the end, now that I'm looking at it, I'm the one who caused the drama in that situation, and I feel like a complete asshole now. What happened to me the other night? I was at a bar, And this girl walks up to me, and I was like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. And she's like, oh my God, you've met me through this person and this person and this person. We've met each other a bunch of times. And I'm like, I swear to you, for like 20, 30 minutes after that, I felt like such an asshole that I didn't remember. And what are you talking about, the stuff that happened when I was in a band? I was 23 years old, for God's sakes. So it happened a long time ago. And Christy, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, Christy. To you and to everybody for what I did some 10 years ago, or whatever, 8 years ago, when I said what when I wrote that I was dead and then I disappeared, and I obviously have a lot of issues, kiddo, and I obviously am in my past did it. Yes, it was called pull out, Alexandra. I did it then. Then stop being an asshole. Love you, Lindsay. I'm honestly very sorry for the way that I made you feel and the way I made all the other people feel. Well, I don't know. Listen, it's not. I'm not saying it. Other people have been saying it to me recently. So I guess I am. And I'm once again. If you have a link, or somebody else has a link of some video or some book I can read or something I can talk to not be an asshole. And here's my thing, Lindsay. I think I'm an asshole because I care. At least maybe. I don't know. And maybe I care. And okay, here's. Do you still have the tattoo on your back? Yes, I still have the tattoo on my back. Which I got, and then the band broke up like 6 months later. But you need to do a reflection on your life. Talk it out. Listen, what do you think I'm doing? I said it before when I said I was making these videos. These videos are really more about me trying to get better and be a better person. So let me go back to Christy. And Christy, I'm here for you. I'll help you through this. I love you, and thank you very much for that, Lindsay. So Christy, I'm very sorry. I don't know what else to say. I thank you, Alexandra. But I think that's okay. So, like, going back to how this happens. So, I love people. I love everybody. At least I try to love everybody. Like, try and be a really good, loving person with people. Try and message people and say, hey, I want to help you with this and do this. I do my best to be. I placate constantly, right? So I'm constantly helping others to try and make myself feel better, right? And I get so ultra involved that in that I feel as though I want to help that person. And so I get involved in that person's life, and then I make all these decisions and I do all these things to try and make things better for that person. And then throughout that process, I am just fucking up left and right, and it has turned many people against me. Well, I know, and Lindsay, I know it's sad. I'm 40 years old, and it just took me, this portion of my life to figure that out. I'm doing what I can to pull that away, and it's an addiction like anything else. Wanting to save everybody else. I just want to, So, once again. This video is not trying to be a pity party to my past actions and the things that I've done, or even a pity party for today. I wrote the past is the past because I want the past to be in the past, and I'm not looking to bring it back up. And when this did happen, I honestly, like I said, go when this video's over, look at the links and thing that I wrote. Christy, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to make your post about the past and your memories, I wasn't trying to shit on them. And I did somehow. And so, obviously, I'm still doing these actions of shitting on things when I'm not trying to shit on things, and fuck me. And this is where this other friend of mine says this is where I'm being manipulative. This is where I'm twisting shit to make it is the hardest person to forgive. Whoa, my fuck. Hello. Yes, you're right. Forgiving yourself is the hardest thing. I mean, I cheated on a woman 10 years ago, and it's the only woman I've ever cheated on in my life. And let me tell you something. I still think about her constantly, almost daily. I have written to her, I've spoken to her, I've begged forgiveness from her, and I've just recently, I was talking about this the other day, like I have these thoughts where like weird, like sick shit comes into my head. Try Pepto to stop shitting on everyone. Thank you, Alexandra. So Lindsay, you asked who Christy was. Christy was a very good friend of mine from when I was younger. I was 22, 23 years old. I would even crash on her floor because I didn't have a place to live, because I was a fucked up 23-year-old that was on drugs and running around trying to be famous and in a band. And that didn't work, obviously, because it didn't work, because even though I gave my best to that situation, I really did. I gave my heart and soul to that fucking band. But just because you put your heart and soul into something doesn't mean that it's going to work out. Just because you put all this beautiful intention into something doesn't mean you're not making bad choices. And I was making shit tons of bad choices. And I was saying all kinds of things, and I was very angry, and I could tell, I'm still very angry, and I still hold on to a lot of things. But that does not mean that I'm not doing an effort. That does not mean that I am not trying. And thank you, Alexandra. We really were a great band, and I hold so many awesome memories to that past. And that's why, getting kicked out of the band that I created with Leo, I remember that. I think we got second place for that. But yeah, I really loved Pull Out, and I did my best. And now, was it my best? Obviously not, because I wouldn't be talking about it today and saying that, and holding on to resentment from it, because if I had done my best, I would obviously not be looking back and going, I could have done better. So, the 4 agreements. It comes down to the 4 agreements, right? So look, the past is the past. I'm not trying to hold on to it. I love the memories of it, and I love the people that were there, and I ask for forgiveness repeatedly for the things that I've said and done in the past. If that's not good enough, I don't know what will be. I can't change my actions. I can't change the words that I said. And don't mention the so Paul, what's with the tan? Seems like something's not right, my America. The tan? What? Don't mention the tan. What? Okay, I don't know what that is, James. You can explain it to me later. Or you can just write a comment. Anyways, like I said, listen, I do not want to hold on to the past. I want to hold on to the great memories, but I'm not trying to be angry towards it. I'm not trying to be an angry person. In the thread, I was just saying, this is what happened. Then a bunch of jokes got passed back and forth, and then at which point, I just said, listen, this is blah, 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 and please don't throw the jokes and your, things at me. And then that turned into me asking for, I'm a pity party. So, I've tried to respond back and forth to that person 2 or 3 times and said to them, I'm really sorry for my past. I'm sorry for my actions. But you are. But I am. I guess I am. And so my question to you, Lindsay, is what do I do? How do I change that? How do I not throw a pity party? How do I just don't do it? I don't know what that means. I still have the emotions, and I'm still trying to learn how to deal with them, and maybe I just don't know how to deal with my emotions very well. And if that's the case, I don't know, send me a book. Send me a link. I've asked for that already, and I'm still asking. So that's it. How do we do that? Fuck, I don't know, obviously, and I'm still trying to work on it. So the best I can say is don't put yourself in the past. Look at the future and look at your future goals and work towards those. And forgive myself. I'm gonna try, Lindsay. I'm doing my best to doing so. I thought that doing what I'm doing right now is doing that, but it's turned into me doing a pity party. Well, but I did that, and now I did what you just said for me to do. I'm talking it out, and accept your emotions. It's okay to feel what you feel. Call me in an hour, bro. Not everything gets resolution, and that's okay. Hey, okay, fair enough. Thank you. Is pity party a common term out in America? You've used it a few times. It seems appropriate. Yes, that's what they call what I'm doing right now. They call this a pity party. Then do it. Be about it. Okay. I'm lost at this point, guys. I'm so fucking lost right now. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be doing it or not do it. Have the emotions or not have the emotions. Not think about the past or think of the past. So the answer I'm getting from all of you is basically just be yourself. Be the best you can be. Stop being so hurt by your past actions and words. Know that people love you because try Google Maps. Yes! I've done that. Google Maps doesn't help you with life. Smoke a joint, find yourself. So far, at least, so far, this has been fucking classic. I'm loving it. Listen, Lizzie, what else can I do but laugh? You know, I mean, I can't change the past. You know, I really can't. But what this comes down to really is me just trying to say I'm sorry. I'm trying to ask for forgiveness for my past actions and my past words and my past altogether. So if this is my way of doing it, then so be it. You know, I'm saying I'm sorry, and I'm saying please forgive me. And I'm not sorry. I'm not a sorry human being. I don't want to keep saying I am and then placing sorry behind it. Thank you, Alexandra. I'm sorry if I did hurt you. Please forgive me if I've done something in the past that bothered you. And Lindsay, no, it is not. It is what it is. It is what you make it. It is what you make it. Is what it is too self-defeating for me, and I'm not a defeat. I don't like to be defeated. But I hear what you're saying. I do understand what you're getting at. But it is what you make it in life. And saying that, it seems as though I've made my past. I love you. Thank you, Alexandra. I've made my past a pity party, and I guess that's what I've done. And it's not what I intended to do. I'm very proud of my past. I'm very proud of. Don't be a shit. If you consider doing something and you think it will be shitty, then don't. Oh, and don't drive and use your mobile phone. I love you, James. You're great. Listen, in the end, it's a control thing. Yes, it is. Agreed. Yes, and that's something that I'm learning about. Like, I just posted the video. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, there's a video about this kid who had an anger problem, and his dad tells him to go hit a nail into the fence and do this every time he gets angry. And over the weeks, he's not angry anymore. And then his dad says, well, now that you're not angry, take all the nails out. And he does that. And then he takes his son over to the wood. And he sees all these little holes in the wood. He says, listen, this is now these are all the words that you've said. And these are all the actions that you've made that hurt people in the past. And so no matter what you say and do, those things are still going to be there. There's still intentions. There's still marks. So be careful with what you say and what you do. That's it. And I guess that's it. So the past is the past. Let's use the 4 agreements for our future. I love you all. I wish you all a beautiful day. Don't throw pity parties, you bastards. I don't know what to tell you, man. Listen, I have to say this. If you want to throw a pity party, throw a pity party. By all means, do it. And find some resolution within that. Just don't hold on to it. Because if you hold on to it, you're a magician, brother. Your entire job description is facilitating incredible transformation. That's beautiful, Lucky. I love you. I thank you for that. I hope that my actions with you have been great, and that you have, that I've done something for you in the past that made you happy. Because I know that many times when I have seen you on the street performing, you make me smile because of your attitude and your energy. I wish you all well. I wish you a great day. And once again, if you want to throw a pity party, throw one. And if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. I don't really like animals that are big, like puppies. I like fish and birds. They don't complain as much. I'm just kidding. And Alexandra, I'm a little too serious. I don't know. I don't do well with jokes. I'm not funny. I'm a very serious guy in the end, and that's also something that I've always tried to let go of. And then that comes down to that, having that anger thing. And I'm working on it. Like the other day, I got super angry and aggro at my mom, and I left the house super pissed off, and I was in Walmart a couple blocks away because I was getting ready for a gig, and I was crying my ass off. And I turned around and I went and I bought lunch. And I showed up at my mom's and sat down and had lunch with her and told her how much I cared for her and loved for her, and that I was very sorry for being so angry. So, look, nobody's perfect, okay? And I'm nowhere near perfect, I promise you that. And I've never claimed to be perfect. I wish you all the best. And just like I'm going to tell myself as I tell you, don't judge yourself so harshly, because look at what happens when you do. You end up a puddle of mess that's doing his best to work on being better. That's the truth. I don't know, someone just messaged me something, and I don't know what it is. I think it was James. Listen, I love you guys. Be beautiful. Have a great day, okay? It's Monday. Let's not be poopy poopies. Let's be happy happies. You're all beautiful. You all have something beautiful to give this world. Go out there and give it. Be the best you can be. Try not to say things that are negative to people, even if you're joking, because in the end, those jokes do hurt people. And I know that you're just joking. I get it. But for sensitive fucking assholes like me, we don't take them as jokes. We take them as riffs, and those riffs actually hurt. And I love you, Ashley. I'm sorry, Ashley. Marcy, Joe, Taylor, you're a gorgeous woman. I love you. I wish you nothing but awesome positivity in your life. I know that you're doing really great and making awesome choices, and I love you for that. And for everybody who watches these videos and writes to me and sends me PMs, thank you for allowing me to do this. I say it again, I really do. Thank you for allowing me to be this little window of positive bullshit in the morning. I'm being the best I can be. I'm making some of the best choices I've ever made in my life, and I will not be held down by my past because of who I was in the past. I won't. I really won't. I've made a lot of awesome choices recently. Thank you, Joshua. I love you, Joshua. I'm sorry if you felt neglected, Joshua. I'm not trying to do that. The reason that I haven't been saying hello to each person who comes in is because I have a friend of mine whose name is Rob Anspatch. Please do. Come to the mall. I'm doing the virtual reality at the mall. I'm part owner in the business. I would love to have you check it out. That goes for anybody who's watching this right now. Please come to the mall. I would love to, and if I'm not there, call me and I'll show up, or call me before. And yeah, and yes, Perk and Puff. I would love to go to Perk and Puff and have some Turkish coffee and smoke some hookah with you. It would be my pleasure. Call me whenever you'd like. My phone number, 832-323-1497. If you want to talk to me, my phone number is open for anybody 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. I will always... mall. Which mall? Baybrook Mall, Clear Lake. Just call me. Just call me before, and I'll show up to the mall. I'd love to have coffee with any of you. And that goes for you too, Marcy Joe. I asked you for it recently if you're still watching. And that goes for you too, Josh. We just spoke about wanting to hang out. Let's try and hang out next weekend. I know you're super busy and you're going to school. And by the way, your underwater wells looked beautiful. Your beads were really consistent, and you did a great job, Josh. So to everybody, once again, if you have had some kind of shit in your past, let it be in the past. Let's not hold on to the past. Let's not hold on to resentment. And when someone brings up the past, try and find a way to not be negative about it. And I am making that lesson right now, because I obviously was negative, and I obviously said something that bothered somebody. Bye. And you too, Josh, and you too, Ashley. No worries. Be good. Have a great day, guys. It's Monday. Let's go out. Let's kick some ass. Let's go take some names, and let's push positivity around non-stop. Don't say anything negative. Don't make negative jokes. And if you are making a joke and you feel that somebody within that system of you telling a joke gets offended, look at them and say, listen, man, I was not being offensive. I was just making a joke. And if you got hurt, please know that I was just trying to be funny. I love you. I think you're beautiful. And sometimes I just make jokes because it's easier to make jokes than be all serious and shit all the time. And sometimes we need to laugh. Sometimes we need to leave and laugh at ourselves. And with that, I love you. Have an awesome day. Be beautiful. Know that today is today, and today is a better day than yesterday. Why? Because you're alive, because you can, and you will. Go out there, do the thing you want to do. Love the people you want to love. And do your best to love the people you don't want to love, because that's the hardest part of all. And do the best to love yourself, because that's even harder than loving the ones you don't want to love. Have a great day. Be good. I'll see you soon.